Welcome to Altero, a world filled with romance,
seduction,
danger,
oh no, watch out,
intrigue,
ooh, what's that about?
night creatures, ow, secrets,
Shh, I'll never tell.
and of course, food.
Yummy.
So join us in Altero for Eat, Slay, Love.
Eat, slay, love.
Welcome in to our next episode of Altero, Eat, Slay, Love.
Eat, slay, love.
Here we are on the Quest Keep channels. Thank you for joining us again. This is Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition with lots of homebrew shenanigans and a bunch of, filmmaking writers and nerds and people who like to hang out and tell stories together and maybe roll some dice.
Maybe.
Maybe roll some dice.
If we can avoid it.
I do love to roll my clackies.
I didn't wear this shirt for nothing.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh no.
But before we get into those things, and we play with our math rocks, let's turn to Trevor for some announcements and housekeeping.
Okay. Hello. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for watching on Quest Keep.
More news at 11.
We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let other people know in your community, maybe people that you play D&D with, or people that you think would be interested in the show because of our hijinks and shenanigans. We're kind of funny sometimes.
I mean, not right now, but sometimes.
Hey-o.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's good.
Getting laughs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We make ourselves laugh.
Yeah.
With
And
us,
that's what
at us, who cares?
Whatever. Yeah, tell us why you hate us. Yes, please like, comment, subscribe, all those things. If you'd like to support the channel and continue to see Quest Keep release content to you so that you can continue to laugh occasionally, the best way to do so is to go to patreon.com, QuestKeep.
I'm sorry?
That's patreon.com, QuestKeep. And choose a tier and support us there. It's the best way for your funds to all go to us. Otherwise, everything helps, though. If you're watching on Twitch, cheers, subscriptions gifted to other people or subscribing yourself all help. And even just letting the ads play on YouTube. Don't skip them. Let them play. Go grab a drink, come back. Oh, episode's there. There you go.
Yeah,
And we make fractions of pennies for it.
But they're so annoying.
They are. I skip them if sometimes they're like an hour and a half long, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, this is worse than TV. What am I here for?
Yes. Otherwise you can support the channel. Go to our Beacons AI, and that's QuestKeep on beacons.ai. You can find the link in our bio on YouTube. And there you can find links to both Kobold Press and Hero Forge. And if you want to get any stuff for your own games at home, you can use those links to get what you need, but then also Quest Keep gets a little piece of the action.
Little piece of the
We keep doing what we gotta do.
Help them do this dumb voice.
Hey!
Hey, you want to see?
Hey!
Not a dumb voice.
My mother gave me this
Thank you.
voice. You dare talk about that, about my mother.
His mother gave me this voice too, if you know what I mean.
Hey!
Yo! Hey, I'm busting your balls in!
Matzo ball. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Doing a
otherwise-
one shot with these characters.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Oh!
Okay. Oh, the Bastion one.
Yeah!
Mafia one.
Yeah.
Okay. We had a whole thing when we did a Bastion stream.
Yeah.
Speaking of streams, join us in our community night streams or our Baldur's Gate 3 Eat, Slay, Love meets Baldur's Gate 3. Didn't say it right. Gate, Slay, Shove. We've taken these characters, ported them into Baldur's Gate. We're still doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really sold that one.
It is happening.
These are pre-recorded, but that is live, and it's a way for you, the audience on Twitch, to interact and use your channel points to make us do stupid shit.
It's why it's going so slow.
It goes real slow. We're role-playing our way through.
And we're fighting each other lots because of that.
Yes.
And
and keeping score.
keeping score.
I think it's like,
Some of us are doing better than others.
yeah, Donovan still hasn't gotten on the board.
How am I supposed to? I'm optimized for roleplay combat, not PvP.
Whatever. Squishy.
I'll show all of you.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, follow us on socials, all those places. Questkeep everywhere. Otherwise, we play and create and do fun stuff in the world of Altero, created by Matt and Roz. It is a homebrew world. But in the real world, we would like to recognize the privilege to work, play, and create on the traditional territories of the Musqueam people, and we encourage you at home to go to native-land.ca and learn more about the world you inhabit. Roz.
Thank you, Trevor.
Roz with sports.
And now. Yeah, those are the doodle loops.
One day.
I
She
think
likes
of
the
them
doodle
more
loops.
as boodaloops.
Oh, the loops are good.
Interesting. You know, I am a switch hitter with those.
I'm not surprised.
Give me a boodaloops right here.
Get your boodaloops.
One of these days, right in the boodaloo.
I'm wearing the boodaloop racket.
Password, doot.
Toto. He's a snitch.
Doing great. Do you remember what I did last time? Because we are on board the Parliament.
I professed my love to streaks. Facing crazy danger. But there was also a wake for Mog, pirate style, which hit a little bit harder than the one at the wedding because there was mixed vibes. And those people, she was a stranger to most of them, so, you know.
And they're both of these groups are used to losing people, right? Adventuring heroes, you hear about other parties losing somebody all the time. Every time you catch up with another group at a tavern, they might be down a member, they might be going through something, but you're there to celebrate. So that party, we had a very different experience than the united and very special crew of the Parliament, who have an expectation that they might lose someone, of course, but they don't just move on. I mean, they do fly on, literally, but they don't move on that way. They incorporate them into a moment.
And we found out about sexy pirate captain fanfic that's written on the down low by, oh God, name.
Jay, the first mate.
Jay.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yes.
I write saucy novels.
Yeah. He's the first mate and Stormcaller on board, where
Right.
the magic of making the winds go the right way and all that kind of stuff falls to the Storm Sorcerer.
We know that. I don't think the character, like,
Yeah,
our
we-
characters have had
Correct.
it confirmed.
Donovan knows.
Yeah.
Right.
They had a whole thing at the
Yeah.
bar.
Sworn to secrecy, and if there's one thing Onovan is good at,
It's withholding information.
damn right.
to the point where you don't even remember you know it till I remind you. Because I'm like, this would be pertinent now.
The best secret is a one forgot.
Jesus. Open pipe was another reference. To see what we're talking about, go to Patreon.
That's on our subjects. A couple other things from last time. The cumbersomely large wheel of cheese.
Yes. Well, we were trying to make sexy time.
Oh yeah.
How did I fucking make that happen?
There was chickens in the bag of holding
Exploding
from Zelma.
chicken.
Exploding chickens.
Right.
There's a D100 table of things the chickens can explode into.
I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
It could have been bad.
Yep.
Could have been bad.
Could have been real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, exploding things on a aircraft.
Yeah.
In flight.
Always a good idea.
Yeah.
You know what? Zelmac is just always brings the gifts. And you actually needed cheese too to collect.
Yes, to help with the rodent problem aboard the
Because you were feeding
vessel.
baby mimic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who we have named. No.
No.
but GNOH.
Yeah.
His name is No, or their name. And right now they are obviously forming the shape of a box type thing because you're keeping them in a box.
Yeah.
And they are getting a little bit more box shaped as opposed to the egg spherical shape.
I did try to teach it how to transform into a bowl or cup with limited success, but if at first you don't succeed, strip your mind bare of all semblance of personality, and then try again. Empty cup.
Advice from Monoman. Okay, other things that happen on board.
It's 2 girls away from it.
What?
2 girls, 1 cup?
Not my preferred cup.
It's pudding! All right.
The
I'm so glad I never saw that.
night
never
was
seen it.
also shared by Ala and Tango had an evening together. And then there's a collection of other characters on board the Parliament that I want to remind
And
you of.
I found a letter from Mog in the bag of holding, and then there were ones for them
Each
as well.
of you, yeah.
I delivered them before. Make it with the very high roll.
You both had high
performance.
rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a special night.
Drugs, profess love.
You know?
Happens.
Like you do. And we're on board. So we know that we've got a bunch of travel time here on board the Parliament, and then I'm gonna flash to some scenes, but jump in if there's something else that you know you want to talk about or people that you want to catch up with. There's just a quick reminder: the general crew, which Rock is a part of, are the Ducks. The navigator is Goose. There's a boarding specialist who deals in combat. That's a half-elf monk named Bee Eater. You would have seen them in battle. You also wanted to interact with the Jagmea on board. She's a druid bard.
Bouncing
She's their
Flight
chef. Bouncing Flight Finch.
We're mending.
She does
Yeah.
medic stuff and just general, She's a first aid, crafty, etc.
She's the ship's PA.
Yeah.
Oh, craft service.
No, she's a craft service. But a bunch of other things that she does, including the pirate dances and all those sorts of things, that magical abilities that combine with movement stuff that they do. So there's a couple of people that you also wanted to try to learn mending from her. So you can put in that time.
Wait, did Arnivan also go and console Cardinal? Was that something that happened? Am I imagining that?
Did he consult Cardinal?
Console.
Oh, console.
No, maybe that
No.
was you and Tango?
Yes.
Cardinal was very distraught about
Yeah.
Mog.
Understandable.
Yeah. We set off lewd fireworks as we left the city in celebration of Mog.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not saying Audubon's bad at it, but he's not the go-to console guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Un-
no,
until Ella got dragged away by like a child.
Amazing. So, if you are okay with it, if it's not something that you specifically want to do before we jump into scenes from over the next travel days, because I've got some scene elements that'll happen, so we can jump directly to them. But if there's stuff that you want to spend some time doing or talking to people, we can incorporate that as we go along the way. Otherwise, your day goes about with usual routine of joining the crew and helping out in different areas.
Breakfast with Rock.
Okay,
Just to check in and stuff.
before it gets too far away from you.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So this will be your first morning of all of you waking up.
Yeah.
Tell me where each of you are.
Oh, I don't remember if there was a good. I know I had an interaction with Rock, but did I mention anything about the journal and concerns about it or anything?
Not yet.
Okay,
I
then
don't
then
think.
I do need to talk to him still. Cool. I'd be waking up in Zurge's
Just
cabin.
my memory is the one to trust on what we've done.
I mean, it happens sometimes. After a while, we come back to the game, and then we're like, we gotta do this thing, and then I see the previous episode that hadn't aired yet, and I'm like, oh, that happened. Oh well, turned out about the same, both times.
We're nothing if not consistent. But, so you each have either solo, I guess they really haven't prepared a solo room for you anymore. The intention from is that you'll stay with her.
Yeah.
So each of you have your own rooms. I'm not sure where you and Tango ended up. Probably in your space,
Yeah.
because Tango's bed fits Tango.
Oh, good point.
Not that you guys can't get creative, but not great for spending the rest of the night sleeping.
I mean, one has to get creative when bedding a gnome.
Not talked about, but briefly touched on this in the Dungeons and Dragons film for, for halflings. And the gnomes are smaller than that.
I'm just gonna say,
Should be, but they're not.
you haven't lived until you've been fisted by a gnome.
So, when we wake up in the morning,
Would you even know?
you wake up in the morning,
Hell,
and
it does.
you're in your room.
Really easy to deep throat.
Okay. So you spend some time. You can come and join for breakfast, or you can ask someone, like one of the ducks could bring you like tea and your own thing.
I would do that. I think I would take some time
Yeah.
to myself for now. No.
So then you are welcome to join breakfast. Tango would be at work already, so she would have left. She's gonna do a bunch of mechanics work for the ship.
Yeah, I would have lesser restorationed that hangover away.
Yeah. So she's off to do engineering, so you might be the first person to arrive. Ella, you can come in anytime. And Rock would be probably serving and cleaning.
Not bad. Hey, Rock, sit down for a second.
Yeah.
So, things look good for you. Things are working out, it seems. You have friends, that's awesome. I have a concern, something that I was worried about before. Again, I'm not trying to take it from you, but that journal of yours.
Right.
I'm just curious. I had the suspicion that it was tied to Haladon, that they were trying to manipulate you. But he's dead now, and you seem to know stuff. It could still be tied to Zurge. It could be someone screwing with you and not actually you from the future. But have you heard anything from it that you thought might... I mean, how often do you talk?
I write in.
Like daily, nightly, all the
Kind of gets a
time?
little bit quieter because it's like not something that he wants to everyone else to overhear, even though he does share a lot with people there. I write in it a lot, like my poems and stuff.
Okay.
He doesn't always write back.
Oh.
I told you before, I don't think it's evil. And I don't think it's connected to Zurge.
Yeah. It just
Is there
might
something
be-
we should know about Zurge that maybe, because there's like not a lot that we've heard, especially not the ducks. It's a new god,
Yeah.
like
it's-
trains.
It's trains, but it's not just trains. It's like progress at a cost. It's we interacted with him twice now. During the battle, at the moment that we defeated Haladon, he actually appeared to us. He was like 80 feet tall. It was intimidating. Surprisingly, in the moment, we weren't very intimidated, but then he made us fight this weird metal giant hand thing that was like a god-killing weapon, and that's how Mog. She sacrificed herself, the power from Zemjua, which wiped it away. Wild. But he is claiming to want to fill the void that will appear when the goddess of love. He basically wants to take any worshippers from any other gods. He's trying to. It seems like he wants to take as much power from all the other gods that he can, so that diminishes them and more believers in him, emboldens him. Even though he claims that people are worshipping him just by the very act of progress happening in the world, is annoying. But he said something about great minds throughout the existence creating inventions that have a cost to the peoples? Or
I've asked. Obviously, when I hear things, the book tells me not to ask too much because it can't tell me everything and it impacts things. And so I have obviously written some of this, of what I knew in. I don't have anything that I can give you.
be careful about how much info you give it. It's like you might come across people who claim to be fortune tellers or to be able to commune with spirits, and some of them are legitimate in this world, lots of magics, but some of them are grifters, and they will kind of test you, and if you give up any information, they will use that and then get all impressed because they're just good at making guesses. So just be wary of it, is all I'm saying.
I mean, it's me.
What? Maybe. Probably is a strong supposition. It's more likely that it's not. Could be a magical scribe on the other side.
You're-
Came across these people who are...
You're like trusting people more and more.
Yes.
But
people.
you don't trust this or me and
It's not a matter of not trusting you. I want you to protect yourself. Learn to trust these people, the people around you. These are good people.
would you trust future you if future you could give you a piece of advice?
Maybe. I'd want him to prove that he was me. I would be very suspicious that someone was trying to fool me.
Okay. I'll be careful.
And I know that as me, if I went back in time to talk to me then, I would figure out the way. I'd be like, I'm going to have to convince this guy because he's not going to believe me. So,
I mean, I did a bunch of that, and I'm convinced.
okay. Okay.
But also, I get that it says I can't know everything, and that sometimes things are gonna, if it changes the way I act, it's problematic, so it has to be, like, what it can say, you know?
No,
Yeah.
you lost me, but that's okay. Anyway, and just be cautious.
It does tell me stuff about things, but I will, maybe it's not true.
Okay, I'm not going to press you because I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but yeah.
Maybe I'll ask it if it can tell me a way to convince you.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Why not?
Sounds good.
Hey, Rock!
Good morning, Allah.
Yeah, good to see you guys. I'm so fucking hungry. I could use like some nice greasy sausages or...
Breakfast is up.
Oh my god, yes. I'm gonna go get breakfast and then I'm gonna come back and Rock, you can tell me stories about what you've been up to. Last few weeks. How long's it been? Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's not been long.
We only did the one trip, and it was a cargo haul.
Oh,
Yeah. It was kind of cool, though, and he'll tell you all about...
sweet.
Yeah, they did get into a bit of an altercation. It wasn't, like, as exciting as the one that you did with a ship-to-ship battle, you know, but it was a landing into a port, very
Make any
tense.
friends, you know, in the port when you were there?
No.
Like,
He immediately is like, oh, I gotta go get breakfast
awesome.
for other people. And he gets embarrassed and charges off.
As soon as he walks away, I'll be like, probably hasn't changed. Remember, I think he's got a crush on you. When I was that age, if I had a crush on someone, like a real strong one, I didn't really think about others for a while. At least for a few
Yes,
weeks.
I'm not convinced he has a crush on me. I think he might just be embarrassed about, like, talking about that sort of thing with other people.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just here to do my best crazy aunt, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should. Do something to make him lose interest and move on. If he is infatuated.
I mean, I think just like he'll meet someone else and be like, this is
That's bound to happen.
better. He's gotta spend some time in them parts, so to speak.
Yeah.
You spend a bit of time chatting with a couple of other crew members who come by and they want to, say hello. Lots of them want to meet you and talk. Casual, because everyone's busy. They have jobs to do, but they kind of come in and out. And so the next part, you can be offered to participate in helping out the crew in different ways. So lots of you have different abilities and you can help out. And as you might rise, they might,
Oh yeah, reminder, Allah, bouncing plate finch with the mending. See if they have the mending.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're good time to start with the beginning of the journey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that now.
Right.
So you'll spend time over the next days working with her. She's loud and wild and weird,
Love it.
as you would expect from someone on Strix's crew.
I'm gonna look for Jay as well.
Okay. So do you want to just check in, or do you have like a specific?
It's a quick check-in.
Okay.
Jay, you were asking last night about where we need to go and brief check-in with people.
We should look at the maps.
Yes, in case it makes a big difference, the first place that we need to stop to look into these problems is Yazmir.
Oh, okay.
We're looking for someone there who might have some knowledge about...
Are we trying to get in and be conspicuous, or are we trying to get in and fly in by night and undercover?
We didn't really get that far. I think we're looking for someone friendly to us, so that shouldn't be a problem. But
The city is not currently super friendly to the Parliament. But if you know who you're meeting, then we could likely come in and arrange for some fog.
oh, we could probably set down near. Maybe we should send. How far away are we from Yazmir?
Far still. I think we calculated last time that it was going to take us a week, 2 weeks to get there.
Yeah,
So-
a week. It's about 4,000 kilometers.
Okay. Well, we can send a message to our contact there and have them meet us maybe outside of town a little. Good spot that you can. Do you have a spot? We'll figure out the place. Great.
I'll consult the maps and we can check in.
Fantastic.
But if we head in that direction, we will need to take down some of our flags.
Okay. I will help you take down these flags.
You guys are downstairs in a section of the primary room that he occupies while traveling when he's not up on the deck, which is full of maps and magic stuff because he is he is charting things and in control of winds and storm patterns that might be coming up or need modifying.
All right.
So he will consult with you soon, but the plan will need to be they'll have to manufacture probably a storm and some fog, and potentially you'll have to talk to Charlotte about meeting them outside of the city.
Did I hand you your letter or did I slip it under the door?
You slipped it under the door.
Okay.
Yes, it was obvious that it was not the time to talk.
Right. Hey, Ella! Did you get the thing I slipped under your door?
Yes. On an unrelated note, I have to go back to my cabin.
It's a letter. It's a letter from Mog.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I totally knew that. I'll be back.
Do you meet up with them? So as the day goes on,
Yeah.
you're either
The worst liar.
Yeah, I finish up some brief communication with my house, and then I...
they've alerted you that this coming evening they have an important communication event that you need to be a part of.
Okay.
So last night when you would have been giving them back and forth information, they would have sent an alert with another numbered watcher participating where they said something that you could tell that this is a more rare thing that happens through the book, where you're going to be getting some potentially important instructions.
Okay.
Okay.
Ella's gonna read that note in private in her room.
Okay.
Did you just read it out to me last time? I'm not seeing it in Discord.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me go to Alla's note. Okay, so you were also left a note from Mog. And it reads, so you're just reading it to yourself then in the room? So it reads, Alla, thank you for showing me the true strength of morality. Your devotion to Lagerpinia was instrumental in me finding my way to Semjua. Plus, your tits are really gray. Insert stick figure drawing of Alla and Mog, smiling, holding their holy items together with radiant light shining all around them, and Alla's boobs are just 2 giant circles.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna miss you.
You can tell that it's torn from her journal. It's that same paper. The texture feels, even just the feel of it reminds you of the way it sounded when Mog would flip through her thing and make notes and little drawings. And it smells like her too. Like there's just, this moment is like unfurling that memory. Yeah.
Yes, fold it up.
Keep it close to your heart.
And now I'm gonna know mending, so I can keep fixing it when it inevitably falls apart from being folded up and stuck in my tits.
Awesome. Did everybody get their notes then?
I received mine, but I didn't read mine yet.
Okay. Did you want to keep it with you for now, or do you want to read it before you
I can
meet up with them?
read it now, yeah.
So over tea,
Yeah.
as you're preparing to go meet up with the Slayers, you also unfurl a similar parchment paper from Mog's journal. She'd made little envelope type things to put them in, but it's Mog style, so
Yeah.
it's, lots of little drawings on it. It's probably a folded up page that had one of her pictures, so on the envelope you can see whatever she doodled. And she said, Onovan, you are the smartest person I've ever met. Despite your cranky nature, you were the only one that understood my burden. Thank you. Thank you for looking out for me. I have learned so much from you. Please, be honest with the Slayers. They will still love you no matter what. She leaves you not with the same doodles than Alla's is just like pictures of the two of them together with their holy symbols touching. Yours is she sketched the eye. Mm-hmm. That she remembers. And then she's done a series of them, so like there's a couple of little pieces of paper that if you flick it, it kind of like winks,
Yeah. We shall see, look. We shall see.
And then you meet up with the Slayers.
Hello.
Good morning.
And to you and you.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the plan then?
Well, what do you want to do to fill? It's going to take us about a week to get to Yazmir, first stop. Mm-hmm. We should send to Charlotte. I was talking to Jay, and the Parliament apparently is not super welcome in that city, so...
That makes sense.
We might need to work with her and him to pick a spot outside of town for us to make a sneaky landing and meet up with her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Time to kill. I know how I'm going to spend a significant portion of my time. She loves me as well, by the way.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I've known the whole time.
Okay. Jeez. Whatever.
I don't have to read minds to see it, Anthem.
You know, even if you think it, it's one of those things that they don't say it out loud. It's something, there's a level of committing to it and saying it and acknowledging it.
I know, that's why I didn't say anything.
Anyway, sorry, it's new for me.
It's not real until you hear it from them.
Yeah,
you know?
you're damn right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I take like whatever mug or something I'm drinking my morning coffee out of, and when it's done, I just like smack it on the
What?
table to break it, and then just like start trying to mend it. Not quite yet.
Okay,
I'm learning mending.
Roll an Arcana at disadvantage.
At disadvantage, I'm gonna help.
I don't want help.
Okay.
You come over to try to be like, Ella, move your hands like this.
Wow. Okay. Both of those rolls sucked ass. 4.
You've got a real mess on your hands. It's not coming back together. The coffee's getting everywhere.
Oh.
No, I didn't do it till I was
okay,
done.
okay. Then it's just grounds that are like still kind of loose.
Wow. That's drastic. You might want to, I mean, I know mending, it has a certain amount of capacity. Maybe start small rather than shattered to pieces.
Yeah, honestly,
You can do one piece at a time to get lots of practice. That makes sense. Good
I didn't think it would shatter that much.
Oh, you're so strong though.
I tried to do it lightly.
No. Just cut a hole in something.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. Something
I
you
mean,
care
I
about.
just thought like that was more fun.
It was very shocking and yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go apologize.
Actually, you might want to ask if that means.
Also, I'm surprised that they use glass.
Yeah.
I was, expecting it to be a little like less fragile on this place. You know, you should like having your thing, you got your mouth down, and then like storm blows it over, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
you know.
But then I guess they just mend it.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Goose is around the corner just being like, who took my cup? Why? There's only so many porcelain cups on board. They're fragile, guys.
Yeah. I did.
Okay. For yourself, there's a couple of options for you. Jay would love it if you would help out with, as a fellow sorcerer. Jay's curious if you want to participate in the cartography stuff that he's working on. If you want to do something else, you can let me know. Otherwise,
Yeah, I'd be happy to help out Jay.
okay.
I believe Strix and I also said that we wanted to learn more about each other. Mm-hmm. Is there anything in particular
She has a plan.
to divulge? Backstory-wise?
Yeah. Big time.
Okay.
So she had told you like she has some stuff to do now, but that she intends for the two of you to meet up soon.
Oh, cool.
She has something that she needs to involve you in, and it's bigger than she can just do with you right now until she gets everything sorted out for the ship. In the meantime, Tango has come up from the engines, and there's a bit of like a tenseness to her, in a way that it isn't really like Tango. And so you're all kind of on board. You and Jay. Jay is up like asking you for some discussion about the moons, and you can't see them necessarily right now, but you know, you guys are working on some cartography stuff that he's curious about your insight on. You and Strix are having a brief interaction before she heads off, and then Tango comes up from the engines and she's walking with Cardinal, and he is trying to yell after her, saying, "Come back! We're not finished here. You can't just walk away." And she turns around, and you watch her like flare magic in her hand, as though she is about to like shoot at him. So you are all close by as this moment happens, and she's just like, "I said leave me alone!" And you watch her reach out with her hand.
Oh, I'm gonna. How close by?
You're within 10 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in between them.
This is Cardinal?
Tango and Cardinal.
Cardinal. Okay.
Whoa! What is happening?
Nothing. Stay out of it.
Why? If there's fights between you on board the ship, won't it involve all of us?
Yeah.
Well,
Everything all right? Like, I mean, obviously everything's.
no, everything is not all right. And then you hear Cardinal, so he's a dwarf behind. You know, you're on line now with Tango and Cardinal, and he's like, excuse me, she is the one who is saying that we should be changing around what we're doing with the engine right now, and what she's planning is way too dangerous for this ship, and she should know better. She's the one who told me that. And then she kind of leans around you and she yells back at him, and she's like, if we don't try new things, we're never going to make any progress. And you're just afraid. And you should trust me. I'm the person who invented it.
What new things?
Red flags.
What new things? We need to be able to go faster in an emergency. And we can use the engine if we just set it up with a different thing that is perfectly safe to rocket boost. I think we should start testing it soon. And he's a coward. And she kind of yells around you.
What is this rocket?
I'm using it as a word to mean blast really fast. It's fire, but, you know, controlled. A sudden burst.
I see. What is this thing, this object or engineering apparatus that allows?
I built 2 of them. They're downstairs and they're on the ship and they're ready to be tested. And I was gonna do it today, but someone, and she's like yelling at him around, is trying to get in the way of me making it happen.
And this is worth fighting over and not simply bringing it to the captain to make a call on?
The engines are my call.
But it is her ship.
It is her ship. Hey, Strix.
She trusts me.
Strix. I hate to be this involved in the dealings of your crew and how you run it and whatnot. Major red flag! Words like progress and inventions are kind of sensitive area for us at the moment because of Zurge. This reeks to me of him influencing us and what's happening around us to kill us all.
And Strix will come in immediately. She kind of floats over from where she was. Yeah. Always.
Where is that wind? Amazing.
And she just kind of surveys the 2 of them. All right, I need to know everything. Both of you. And Cardinal steps up, so the 2 of them step to either side of you now, so that you can kind of step aside a little bit and let the 2 of them face her. And Cardinal, he walks through his explanation. So, the engine is functioning better than ever. Tango has done an amazing job. And what she's trying to do makes sense. It is the same thing that she's done, crafted in a slightly different way and in a slightly different direction, but we shouldn't test it in the sky. We should test it somewhere else entirely and make sure it works, because there's still arcane magic in here, and the last thing that I want to do is cause us to either get off course in a way that we can't correct for without a significant investment, or kill us all.
Seems reasonable. Yeah.
Tango is like, if it's the exact same as what we're currently operating with, and in a different way, then the only way to really test this is under the conditions of how we're flying right now. And we'll get you faster to where you're supposed to be going.
Has it been tested on the ground once, at least? Because, like, generally,
No,
don't
but
you
the
start
theory
with
is the
smaller scale?
exact same.
Well, the test on
Theory is theory.
Yeah?
It's not known.
Until you test it. And if we don't test it in the sky, under the conditions it would operate in, then it's never going to
But
figure out if it actually
you
works.
start with the smaller testing and be like, okay, that
The
matches what I
smaller
thought.
test is the engine we currently have, which is doing great because I'm smart.
Okay, we're not discounting how smart you are or how talented. Okay, so how long have you been building these things, Cardinal? Is this news as of this morning or since our sudden arrival?
Well, Tango's been tinkering at it, but she didn't connect it to the ship until this morning.
It's already connected to the ship.
Yeah, which is why I showed up this morning, and she was already in there. Which, I mean, Tango, it's not a big surprise that you're here early, but like, you don't usually get up that early. And then you're already assembling things without even discussing it with me. I know we've been building these for weeks, but we were gonna test them somewhere else.
Do we have a means to detect compulsion?
Not like this. Tango, if you were under the influence of something greater than you with nefarious intent, designs against you and against all of us, would you
Yeah?
give me permission to dive into your mind to look for such a thing?
Roll persuasion.
Uh, 17.
Good number.
I thought so too.
She's got a 16 to resist you.
Ooh.
So Rivet snakes up, her little mechanical dragon kind of snakes up and then wraps around her neck, but then it kind of looks out and it faces you, and then it faces her and snaps at her
Oh.
in a way that she gets surprised by. And she's like, Rivet, calm down. And then,
You controlled that homunculus.
well, I mean, I don't really think of it that way. I think Rivet is its own being. Being weird.
What inspired you this morning?
We've been making these things. I just think, why wait? We had a whole funeral for Bog yesterday. Life is short. Inventions are now.
Life could be shorter if those things are not handled with care.
You can see that your persuasion has impacted her, and she's nervous about the way Rivet is interacting, and even her own self.
Can Tango sees Rivet as their own being, but Onovan sees it as a construct. Would it make sense to roll insight on it? Like, does it have that level of agency?
And Ella and Anthem can also roll an insight just on watching Tango interact with both her captain and Cardinal.
14.
12.
I think for both of you, this is an energy to Tango. She's always kind of wild and loves creating and is a little bit unhinged and dangerous, but there's an edge to it that you don't associate her with since you've talked to her as a part of the parliament and when she talks about the crew and being on board and involved, she is usually more concerned about their lives than the phrasing she uses
and
here.
Rivet snapping at her is like, what the fuck?
And yourself, I think that's enough to know that the control of it's acting weird with her in a way that is not what you've watched previously between the two of them.
What is it with weird constructs and influencing the minds of the masters?
You think Rivet did this to me? Rivet is a gem!
Yeah, I don't think Rivet did anything to you. I would be.
She
concerned
kind of
that
pulls
someone
him off her
else
shoulder
did.
and just shakes him a little bit in a way that's kind of weird for her to do.
Think about what you're doing right now. This doesn't feel like you.
He's kind of struggling against her too.
Just let us, just in case. We know that you would never want to hurt anyone here. And we know that you are trustworthy. But we've also...
I don't know. Can I trust you? If you guys are trying to stop me from pursuing and being myself and...
Quit it! I'm casting Dispel Magic at 3rd level. So... Ooh, where'd it go? It changed. There we go. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. So I am choosing Tango.
Okay.
Any spell of 3rd level or lower the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using my spellcasting ability. So now I have to roll against it.
Okay.
If there's a spell that's higher than the 3rd level.
Yes. So
Okay.
this is suggestion.
So DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, so 4.
4? So
Yep.
so DC 14. Okay.
And this is kind of reminding you now of something you saw a little bit with the cultists of Zurge back at the manor.
17!
Good number, baby.
17's here today. Let's go. Okay. I had Tango roll on this moment where she's interacting with Rivet, but I have a nat 1. So I think she's going to throw Rivet down and just toss it to the ground.
Mage hand catch it.
Thank you. And like the look on her face is just contorted and unusual for her, and she looks out to all of you. She doesn't know what's happening, and she's confused.
Tango, do you feel different than a second ago?
I don't know what's going on.
Like, you don't remember what was just going on, or you're not sure why you feel like...
And she looks to Strix first, and she says, "Captain, I am so sorry. You don't have to zone of truth me. I do remember. I just don't want to. I don't know why. It has not been a secret. Cardinal and I have been building secondary engines. I don't know why I installed them today. And I'm very sorry. Because I think there might be some structural damage to the ship.
Oh.
We can fix it.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it can be fixed. It's the important thing. And it's... Remember, you were under a spell. You weren't doing what you would necessarily want to do. So, as far
I
as
do want to do that, though.
Yeah,
That
but
probably makes
normal.
it easier
What
for
I
the
mean
spell.
is, you wouldn't have done it
Onovan, get it out.
recklessly.
Is there something inside my mind?
I'm about to find out.
I mean, if you feel different, it was the cultists of Zurge were using suggestion on people. Have you come across anyone?
Yeah,
outside the crew. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, did you, like, on your last mission, like Rock was telling us, and there was some stuff, who's the last person not from the crew?
I talked to everybody.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I mean, everybody is a potential interesting person, new friend.
I totally
They
agree.
often have snacks. I mean, I will get in someone's car if they have snacks.
That's
Wait.
probably not the best idea.
What about within, just between when we first contacted you and you landed in Portalis? Because not to sound self-centered, but I feel like this wouldn't have happened, or it was less likely to have happened if we weren't on board.
Okay, so in Portalis, there was someone waiting for the ship?
Oh, when you landed,
Yeah.
we were there. Were they waiting for you specifically?
Well, they had a delivery. It was really suspicious now that I think about it. I didn't think about it at the time.
Okay, it's okay.
Do you still have this, whatever they delivered?
It was the components that I had requested.
As part of these engines?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those were going to explode. Yeah, probably.
Or it was just the excuse to get contact.
But I did change some of the stuff that they built. It was wrong and I fixed it.
Oh.
Might have still exploded.
Oh.
Well, why don't we go check this now?
Yeah, I'd look for, and then flip through, this symbol. It's just the triangles. Look for that anywhere. If you see that, sabotage. It's bad.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Cardinal is like, I will go down, I will look for the symbol, and I will take what I can out, and then I will come back to get some help.
Do you mind if I come with you? I can detect magic. And I'm sure there's lots of magic going on, but we can see if the wrong kind of magic or it's in a place that it shouldn't be.
Good call.
Great. So you and Cardinal are gonna go investigate, and you guys are you're gonna dive.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Tango, for both of us' sakes, I need you to relax.
I don't know what that means.
I know.
Okay.
I was gonna find food and be like, eat something. Chocolate.
Yeah. She could be like completely zoning into like spirals. If you give her something, she will still like. Yeah, she'll still eat it. She has a alarmingly cacophonous mind.
I suspected
Yeah.
as much, yeah.
Everything's really tall.
And exploding.
There's just tangos flying around with like wing packs on that have fire coming out of them, but she's really big.
Oh, she's big now.
She's big now. Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Going to start to look for anything that resemble, like anything out of place, like in that way. Like there's like
A whole Pathfinder.
it's like
What world is this?
there's a chaos, but like she sees a certain type of order in that chaos, and she's excited to explore those things, but she accepts it for the chaos that it is and makes things out of it. I'm looking for something that means to disrupt that chaos with a different type of order that does not fit in here.
Tango's mind is about puzzles and things that fit together. And so you're looking for something that doesn't fit, but in the way of the fact that a lot of these things seem to shift constantly.
Yeah.
So she is always looking at things from new angles and new sides. So every time you turn around, they're like Escher paintings, right? Like the mind is complicated and weird.
Yeah.
And as you look around there, roll an insight.
Ugh. I rolled a 9.
Okay. Nothing stands out to you that way, so you'll have to investigate, which means you have to get a little bit deeper into the chaos.
Okay, I will do that. Spend a 4th level spell slot to make that happen. And roll investigation. Okay. 13.
Okay.
This place is a mess. It's a beautiful mess, but it is a mess.
A Tango comes by like...
I'm like, that's fine.
And lots of things are gears and cogs that come together.
Okay.
Right? So there is a spot that you'll see where there's a wheel that's supposed to be turning, but it catches, and then it becomes smooth to fix itself. So instead of interlocking and continuing to cause the next thing to move because of the locking gear mechanism, it smooths out and then just kind of hides.
So instead of being a puzzle piece that fits or doesn't fit and then tries to find somewhere else, it changes itself. Okay, I'm going.
That stands out to you.
And then it hides. So I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah.
Again.
All right.
Puzzles. Well, let's see if I still have it. And I start to just move cogs around, like taking apart a watch with the wave of a hand and trying again and again and again.
Yeah. So you're on the inside of the mine doing this. On the outside, Strix turns to Anthem. There could be other members of the crew who were impacted then. Do you have any way to tell? You're familiar with this action. How do we know who else could be?
What did we learn about mass suggestion last time was that basically you can't do anything that would cause harm to yourself or your allies. So, convincing, that's why that part was probably booby-trapped or something, because convincing Tango to install those engines and test them immediately rather than wait for a save time it's not necessarily going to damage anything, but if they sabotage it, then they can know she'll do the thing and boom. So, anyone acting a little bit irregularly, do you have anyone on board that can detect magic?
Yes.
Just generally, because we could do that. And I know that can be cast as a ritual, so they can just kind of gather everyone together, and they would be able to detect it in a certain amount of... they can do it with the spell slot as well.
We'll have to run everyone through.
If you gather everyone together, it's whoever casts it will be able to tell within a distance all at once.
We'll have both Jay and Bouncing Flight Finch.
Oh, yes, good call, because if one of them or the other, then they can tell on each other. Right.
Yes.
And then I can dispel it. But that one took a little bit more oomph, so it was a little higher not impossible.
Dangerous to bring them on board. But we'll do what we need to. Thank you for helping.
No problem. Yeah.
And she kind of looks over at Tango and Onovan and is like, I hope it's going well in there.
As that, I'm like, I think I need to go deeper, and then, and there's a... I'm like, time is probably passing very slow here compared to outside. Inception. Just dive in.
You dive in and it's as though there are like like the fabric is made of tiny tangos. So as you move through the space, it's almost like you're swimming and like batting a bunch of them out of the
Yeah.
way, and everything.
Get out of here! Like, stop it! So
they're
like
all like,
swim around my head. Whee!
Yeah. Fireball!
I'm okay, thank you.
Potatoes! You just hear all these, like,
sandwich?
Duh.
all right. You continue this dive. As you chase this thing that's trying to hide, roll an investigation. Downstairs, you're also going to investigate with.
Damn.
Cardinal will help, so do it at advantage. And you're going to use Detect Magic. Okay.
Advantage investigation. Okay, 16.
Okay. And you cast.
Oh, sorry, 14.
The spell will help. And with that roll, there is some invisibility that is hiding parts of this mechanic.
Oh.
So the way the construction is Tango has reassembled it. So Cardinal is trying to explain that to you. She fixed this and she assembled it different than some of the parts came together. But then when you see through that invisibility, there is the symbol.
I can't see through it.
Oh, but you can just tell that
I
there is.
can just
invisible.
tell that
Okay.
it is there.
You'd see an aura around the whole
Yeah.
shape of the object.
But I mean, invisibility doesn't, like, they would be able to touch it.
Yep.
Like, they'd feel that there's nothing there. Or that there is something.
Tango couldn't tell because she was also being influenced, and she wouldn't let Cardinal near it.
Okay. That has an invisibility spell on it, which seems weird.
And he'll put his hand through and realize that inside there is this hidden pocket of gunpowder.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Allah! And as he pulls his hands out, he's like, oh no.
Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so we won't
We need to
fire up that engine.
carefully remove this. Allah thinks about the cup earlier.
I
Smash.
thought of going down for sleight of hand in case needed, and I didn't come with. I feel bad.
I mean, I can presumably prestidigitate it away. Or at least out of here, because it's dirty, it's not supposed to be there.
I love that so much.
But I can't do it if I can't see it. So, should we should probably get,
Help?
yeah, we need that magic dispelled. And then we can,
Yeah, because what if there's more?
I don't see any other invisibility spells or magic that is weird.
Okay. So he's gonna stay and watch this to make sure that nothing happens. So he's like, okay, you grab some extra people. We're gonna need some hands to help get these out. I mean, Tango would be the best at this, but
Yeah.
and these are so the main engine is functioning just fine. But you'll notice that next to it, she has installed these two large other engines that are kind of pointed in the opposite sort of direction, as though they would fire some sort of something out of them to boost the ship. So that's what these kind of installed pieces look like.
Okay. Yeah, let's go get Anthem. Yeah, go up, grab you, bring you down to the engine.
Oh, sure. What can I do?
There's an invisibility spell right here.
Oh. Okay. What? Wait.
Need you to dispel it.
So that we can take it apart.
Oh.
There's gunpowder in there that shouldn't be.
Is it like a trap that I could try to disarm, or just dispel the invisibility?
I think you have to do both.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, all I can tell is the magic of the invisibility.
Right. Give me 1 second here. So to see if I have.
And I mean, you stuck your hands into it and lifted up the gunpowder, so I think it's more just that, like, we need to make sure it doesn't
see what we're dealing
spark
with. Okay. Oh yeah, smart. Do I have?
or have some sort of charge that will get set off. I was thinking I could just, like, prestidigitate it clean, you know?
That doesn't leave any kind of sparky business, eh?
Nah, just make shit disappear. But I don't know if it works for, like, a pile of stuff. It might just
I might
work,
have to get
like,
my
once
hands
we
dirty.
remove stuff, and then, like, I can get rid of any remaining dust or anything. I think it's probably more how it would work.
How big of an area are we looking at here?
Okay, that's the... And I show you the area where it is.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's best to. Ooh. I'm real nervous that there's some sort of like if the invisibility drops. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible or not, but
I mean, do you want to see if you can check for any sort of trap? I mean, I don't know how you know if
I'm
it's
also nervous
under
that
the
if I feel
invisibility.
around, I might touch something stupid. So. Oh. I mean, one way or another, this might be on a timer, or maybe it's that if you turn it on, boom.
I suspect that it's probably that once the engine is
turn
going
on
and firing, it
disco.
will just
Yeah,
ignite
yeah,
it.
Okay. Ooh. Quit it! And I'm gonna dispel magic.
And you dispel magic. As we take a short break.
Oh, Ryan Seacrest like a motherfucker. I'm actually sweating.
Need a fresh coffee, water, something else. Help yourselves. We're taking a short break, and we will be right back.
Oh, it got heavy.
Yeah, that was really intense. Welcome to Altero. Hi kids, do you like violence?
Bins are around. The birds are already there.
Oh, I see what's coming.
Whip out my pistol.
Oh, nope, I don't.
So I have 5 attacks
Holy fuck.
with haste, and advantage on all of them.
Your rage is so happy.
No, not the healer. Oh yes, the healer.
No! 2 nat ones.
I mean business!
Boop. There's an amazing group of heroes. They're known as the Steel Wing. They are famous across the world. You 4 players are not those guys.
We could all use a little saving, right? Heroes who are gonna kill the shark!
What shark?
There's one thing I know about Tibbles. Always inclined to save babies.
Your guards have no honor. Believe it.
Enhanced interrogation, I think, is what they call it.
I gag a little and drop him.
I'm just gonna cut off a halfling's leg.
Let us save them. Yeah. Purge them. Screw them.
A loving wife and family, and I am going to seduce him.
Oh.
Get him in the coat, smack him with the hammer.
And what of the sacrificed? Why are they punished for her sins?
Well, you give me fucking back Gordy right the fuck now, or I won't rest until every last bit of this marsh is fucking gone.
You aspire to godhood. Yeah. That is not sacrifice. No. That is hubris.
You have no faith in me. Come on. Like, someday those are going to be bells because I've been doing it.
It's not good to have bells, okay?
I'm using my Columbo skills here.
A lot of people are not like a lot of things we think they're like, you know.
Yes. I am Beak.
Do you want to do our homework together, pal?
If only somebody would invent something to help us add.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I could probably scrounge up an abacus.
Do you even math, bro?
No.
I can't right now, I'm doing math. Have to think on that.
I did bring math into it.
No.
Luckily,
made
it's magic, so fuck you guys. Here we go.
Our motto? A friend in need is a friend indeed.
Absolutely.
That is not our motto. Who told you that was our motto?
Home is where the barber is?
Yeah. Oh, is that what you're saying? Yes. That my thoughts don't matter. Yes.
Damn, I feel like this developed quickly.
When souls touch.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
I'm gonna pick his pockets.
I have a D&T party with my stuffed animals!
No, it's not for the butler. It's for Butler. My name is Butler. We will be rolling around naked gnomes again.
There's just like droplets of water flying off of him as he flies through the air. And he's naked, like.
How thick is the blade hole?
If you don't lose your pants in harmony,
Those were my
did you
good
really
trousers.
even go? My name is Goblin of the Bogoblins. Have you ever picked your nose? It's good stuff up there.
She's beauty and she's grace. She'll wreak havoc on your face.
And he just throws the door open, and he's just wearing a towel. Kind of like does some stretches.
That's like the worst pickup line I've ever heard. Maybe the adult also.
Hey girl, with you and me, that's all we need to make all the fireworks happen.
God.
What?
Tell me straight. You and Rurik, were you riding the devil's saddle?
Hey, big guy, have you ever slept with someone? I do it for love. I fell in love with a mermaid, and she had great big fins.
You are so strong. You are a woman of no bounds.
Hashtag sexy murder dream.
You have acted out of love. That is not a bad thing.
Because what plagues this land is love. You have ever lost something so dear that the rest of everything in your life fades like sand through your fingers?
They're all I have left of her. She's never coming back. And I'm so alone.
Many have lost what you have lost, and none would sacrifice what you have sacrificed.
Keep the flowers. Keep alive that memory. Find the thing that connects you.
His name, dude.
Yes,
Okay.
it's gonna be good.
Meant to be!
Because he's looking Billy Goat's rough. It's the brazier of Conjuring Fire Elementals.
Scry me a river.
Spider. It's a spy. Barbarian joke.
Want to go on a D8? That's
Room and Boar. Great place.
I believe you, but I kind of have bigger, pardon the pun, but fish to fry.
And it's called Countercell.
There it is.
It doesn't get old.
No. Although
Nothing gets old at this table except me.
This time.
When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
Sometimes it's the only way to face the darkness is to embrace the darkness.
Welcome back. Heroes! Yay!
That's us.
I am not a barbarian.
Settle down, settle down.
You do you, babe.
Kill a few people here and there in the name of don't kill me.
There's a little something else in there.
We've been through some stuff together. This is how we create
Peer
bonds.
pressure.
It's been the best part of my life.
I'm not going to the temple.
You start to vomit all over Arin.
No! He had a fling with a tiefling.
Maybe I should wear like a sneaky detective outfit. Are you sure I can't tempt you? With this.
That's not delightful, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fight, and you guys are turning it into a sex thing, and the damage was trash.
And what is your 7th favorite tree?
Oh my god.
Friends solve puzzle together. Friends, our team. I'm good at killing things, and you guys are passable.
Hello. Oh, lovely wedding.
He is now engulfed in flames.
I think I got in a couple good hits.
Sentinels unconscious again.
Hello, Zap.
Whoa! Drop a 0.
Estravel!
She is the devil.
Okay, so she's looking for a vessel, and that's...
Do not let that happen.
Focus fire!
You are so hungry. The familiar and unfamiliar faces of everyone you've ever killed. There is no justice here, only sickness And I am secure.
No.
Her eyes go black.
Oh no.
No, I'm down. Saving them is. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's everything.
Not ideal to have to kill your friends.
She repeats back words that you said to her once. When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
I've found people and starting to feel like a real person again.
Because I have friends. I have friends now.
Are you ready?
What is sound check? What do we do on sound check?
Well, technically, we're supposed to count to 5 so that you can balance our audio. However, we no longer count to 5. We do stupid voices and characters, and you're not even in the sound booth anymore. So, quite frankly, I don't know what this is.
Lauren.
Yeah.
You are a hostage negotiator on the call with the bad guys, but the criminals like kind of sound hot, so you're like flirting a little.
Oh, yeah, okay. Very easy. I know you didn't mean to get into this situation. We're gonna help each other. We're I think we can become friends in this situation. Like after this, maybe we could, I don't know, hang out, go for pizza. But like, how are the hostages doing? I gotta be honest, I've been kind of looking you up online. I figured out who you guys are, so I hate to say I kind of already doxed you. But also want to say, you got a slick haircut. Looks great. And like, do you play volleyball? Because you kind of like got really broad shoulders, and it just kind of looks like you play a lot of volleyball. I knew you played volleyball. That's what it is. I'm not much of a player myself, but I do like to watch. Yeah. The hostages, right. So could you like release those? Because after you do that, I'd like to continue chat if you want to. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, what are you wearing right now?
You wearing them cute volleyball shorts?
I have a shot.
I also have a shot.
Are you ready?
Sounds good to me.
And we jump back in.
Timu. Sorry.
This one is from Timu. We're reviewing Hell in the break.
And we're back.
And we're back. All right. We're doing a few things here. We got a roll happening up here with the potential, sabotage of Tango's new engines.
We have to roll?
Mm-hmm.
What level's the invisibility?
Well, what, are you also doing a check for traps?
I mean, I as soon as I did the one thing, and I'll be...
Oh, no, the invisibility drops.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay.
That does work.
Okay. Yes, because I would be ready to see if there was a mechanism that, like, as soon as it was visible, went to just, like, stick my finger in it.
Yeah. Cardinal is ready too. But as invisibility drops and you're both like...
It occurs to me, give this just a minute, and Ella runs back to her cabin and grabs her shield. So kind of get in with them, so if something does go wrong, she can at least take some of the blast, and then we can worry about the hole in the ship.
And as Cardinal sort of breathes out a little bit, and you're realizing that neither of you have to stick fingers in things, he's like, I don't know what... I don't recognize this now.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to... If it...
Just clarify, this is a pressurized ship so that it can go high.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah. Extra dangers if...
Boom! Okay, I'm gonna look at it and
roll for me. Roll a perception check on this thing.
Okay.
Because what he He doesn't recognize it because you will probably. So roll an advantage.
All right.
Having done a lot of trap disarming.
Does that work? Can I pull out the binoculars?
You got this.
Ooh, thank you, Anna. Can I pull out the binoculars and look at it to get advantage? But you gave me advantage.
I gave you advantage.
Good to look closely at it. Oh, yours is a D6, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use it right away. Oh, I guess I can choose before I call it out. That's pretty nice. 19. Double 16s on the deck.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. You can save this for what might come next.
Hell yeah.
This is a perception check. So
Yeah.
this is very similar to other traps that you've seen before. It is trapped, and it is triggered through the mechanism that would turn the engines on. There's
Okay, don't turn this on.
Oh, Tango is gonna turn this on.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You turn it on and boom. But I can probably disarm this, and then there's two of these, yeah? I bet you that they're both.
He looks over to the one on the other side, and he's like, "Yeah."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, she was really productive this morning.
Did I see invisibility on the other engine or just the one?
It looks the same on the other side.
There would be an aura.
Yeah, they're covered the same.
Okay.
Okay. Sleight of hand to disarm traps. Okay. That I don't have advantage on, though.
I don't think so. No. Unless, I guess, no.
You do have Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah,
You have inspiration.
have that ready. Okay, I can do this.
Cardinal and Ella are hiding behind the shield.
Nat 20.
Yes. I couldn't.
Easy peasy.
The look on your face, I was like, this is a 1 or a 20. I can't tell.
Yeah.
You
Cut
disarm
a
this.
red wire.
Yeah, you disarm this so efficiently that it just like pulls right out.
Put this with wherever you keep gunpowder.
Okay.
Now, since I know how that one works, I probably don't even have to dispel the invisibility. I can just do this.
And you're gonna roll again. We're gonna come back to the second roll.
Okay.
As we pop back to Tango's mind.
I'm gonna argue for advantage.
Because you know how this works
I just
now?
did it.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah!
Without removing invisibility.
Shut up, man! Straight roll then,
Questioning
fine.
logic's only fair if I do
think-
it for both sides.
Yeah, let's give it a straight roll given that you're gonna leave the invisibility in.
Yeah, alright, fine.
Yeah. But let's pop into Tango's mind. And when we get into Tango's mind, as you're spending your time wandering around in there, you've been having to basically structure puzzle faster than whatever is. What?
Can Bouncing Flight Finch dispel magic? She's also a bard. Okay.
But she's upstairs working on
We might need to
finding
dispel
anyone
it with
else
a
who
suggestion.
might be under suggestion.
Can you dispel magic?
I can counterspell. I can't dispel. More active than passive spelling kind of thing. For now.
Okay. So, as you attempt to catch this thing, as it moves through these puzzles, roll an Arcana.
I really gotta up that stat one day. It won't matter. None of this matters.
It's again a 1 or a 20.
I rolled a 1. What the fuck you think this is?
You can tell the way that it moves and goes to hide that it's a memory of something. But you can't figure out how to catch it or unravel it.
Okay. If I can't catch this thing. It's trying to hide, it's trying to blend in. I'm gonna do the same and make it something that's enticing. So what I'm gonna do is pretty dangerous, because if I feel like if I get too deep in it, I could get lost in Tango's mind. Terrible place to get lost.
It is so fun in there.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, in her mind, shapeshift into her. And then I'm going to divide myself into many tiny hers that take the form of a cog. And I'm going to appear as something it wants to cling on to.
So you make a shape. The last time you saw this thing, it was doing something that it often did, which was form this particular shape that it then smooths out for. But it tends to go back to that same shape a bunch, as though it's looking for a place to hide that fits into it. So you form the inverse of that.
Yeah.
With all of your tiny tango shapes that you make.
With the emblem of the eye kind of indent inlaid into the center of the cog piece.
Cool. Okay, so do an investigation at advantage.
Roll investigation. Nat 20.
Yay! There we go. We're just a table of extremes today here. 17s, 1s, or 20s. We got nothing else.
That's what we roll.
That's how we roll.
Yikes.
Okay, so this is a risky decision, and you know that, but as you do this, you're able to almost exactly form the shape that you see that thing consistently take, and so you have basically set a trap for this memory, which instead of making the like heavy sounds of the cogs that go against each other, this thing is like paper wind crinkle, and so it forms into this shape briefly, and you feel it slot in to the shape that you've made, and so you collapse on it, and you catch it and connect with it.
Yeah, as I spring the trap, my shape then transforms into the like solid black marble pillars that make up the palace in my own mind, and just like trap it in a cage.
And it's this memory that you can now choose to play. And it's Tango at the port.
You would do, like...
No, VCR.
Yeah. Tracking adjust. It's still fuzzy.
Enhance.
Somehow it gets more clear. The memory is Tango meeting someone at the docks.
Jay Chandrakasar.
What? She was supposed to be meeting someone, and she's like, "You're not Fred." And then the other person on the other side, if you move around this memory, it is like the face of Zurge on someone else. The human cultist who meets Tango there is like, "Don't worry about it," and a spell gets cast through them that is from Zurge. And this cultist, who probably doesn't have the magic level that would have been needed for this, is instead powered by the god. And it is this spell that goes into Tango, but it comes with a discussion between the cultist, where you hear Zurge's voice through their mouth into Tango's mind. And it's, "I know that what you want is to be the mind of this generation. And you could be. You could be, Tango. But you're not. Not yet. But I bring you a gift. And permission to use it. Use your gifts to be singularly amazing. And Tango's just like, I want to be amazing.
And I go, I want to be amazing, out loud.
Oh, we're not there.
Oh, great.
Just Strix hears it.
Just sweating. Disarming bombs.
Strix hears you, I want to be amazing. But it's like you doing Tango's voice. Yeah. And she's like, oh no.
Wait, wouldn't Tango also hear it? Or is Tango in like a...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tango's little voice, disrupted through the ether, is also difficult to understand, right? So the other people around you aren't quite hearing it. Yours is much more distinct than hers. Mm-hmm. She's also kind of like saying the words that the whole conversation was about, but it's not intelligible for people. She's living this memory again. And then as the clarity of this memory starts to get a bit fuzzy, it's the point where the suggestion is coming over her.
Right.
So as she starts to experience this moment, you can just see this settling in of her energy and her vibe, this confidence, but also desperation. Mm-hmm. And she accepts this package and she gets it onto the ship, but she is sending everything off like in secret. Mm-hmm. So she's told the ducks that don't tell Cardinal and put this aside for me. I'll be back as soon as I can. And then she was off to meet you all. So in the few moments that she did this, it became about keeping it secret from everyone. And then at the end of the interaction, it's like, keep it secret. Don't tell anyone. And also, don't give clues that you are destined for greatness. Be yourself, Tango. Because that is going to show everyone your spectacularness. It's going to be wild. And as she turns to leave and the memory kind of ends, it would reset and play again as it struggles against escaping your grasp.
Interesting. Well, I suppose I will have to hold on to this for a time. I kind of take this shape and I keep it in its cage and just kind of turn the bars kind of in so that they like really like lock in around this thing, and I kind of grow bigger and bigger, and I just take it into my hand when I'm big enough, and as I get bigger and bigger, it's me kind of leaving her mind.
And all these little tangos are like, you're big now! You're big now! As they all watch you go.
We were all thinking it.
And Strix waits for you as you come back, and she says, is it you, Onovan?
Yes?
And is it our Tango?
Yes, it is. She will be all right. She was the victim of a rather potent suggestion spell from an acolyte of Zurge. Zurge acting through the acolyte almost directly. This was a direct targeted attack, likely against us.
We'll check everyone.
Good. What did I miss?
She's like, I haven't seen Anthem and Alla. Cut to
Oh no.
Roll to disarm the second bomb.
Ooh, yeah, I'll take it. 24. I have a plus 10.
Sweet.
I just want to be extra safe.
Let's go. Okay, so you leave the illusion spell, but confident that you can do the exact same motions.
That's the deadly bit.
The technical words you use are so very impressive.
Oh, the deadly bit.
Yeah. Keep that as far away from this. Well, you can see this, but it's here.
Okay.
Yeah. But that little piece now you can see. It's an igniter. Like a like a boom. Okay. We should probably. I mean, they're going to still unattach these and all that, so it becomes even more safe. But
Yes, I will work on that. And then, if Tango is okay and feeling better eventually, she can help if she's not sent to the brig.
This wasn't her fault.
What are we flying over right now?
It's a day
Down to-
travel since
should
we
go.
left. So we're probably. How much progress can we make? We're probably like southern part of the country.
Over planes or.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
what if we just throw this over the side?
Oh.
I mean,
You know, like water, I'd be like totally cool. But you know, can we see villages or does
We
this
could always
feel
ask.
like wilderness?
It's wilderness, but
I mean, if it's just gunpowder, you could always just pour it into a cannon,
I mean, if it's gunpowder, I'll take it.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure Tango wants the components.
Or do you think this might have other stuff attached to it?
I mean, I don't know.
Bad juju?
We didn't see anything on the other one extra that was so probably not. I mean, I guess we'll know when we eventually cast Dispel Magic on it.
This one's a mimic! Okay.
You guys wanted to be a mimic so bad.
No, I don't.
I already have one. It's fine.
just for comedy.
You've disarmed it, and the rolls earlier were good enough to know that you're pretty confident that you've accomplished it. Especially because the illusion that was dropped on the other one means that there's nothing else hiding in here.
Yeah.
So you've managed to pull apart the pieces that would cause the boom. It's still installed in the ship, but Cardinal seems confident that they can get this part done. So, that was really stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad. Like that could have gone bad.
Yeah. This is a good outcome.
I mean, we're awesome, so you know.
What is that?
One of it.
It's invisible, but it's an attachment that was connected to the engine. There was one on each. It is full of gunpowder that would have exploded when turned on.
Oh no. Tango is like feeling obviously a little bit better. A bunch of the ducks that she's very good friends with have brought her snacks and treats and beer. And when they come over, you can watch Strix be like, Tango's like, oh, I could really use a treat. She's like, let's finish this first. And then we can see.
Yeah. Tango, don't feel too bad. You were under suggestion. It's not your fault. But
I think.
Take it as a lesson rather than feeling guilty about it.
Yeah.
Just, you know, maybe don't get in cuts with strangers kind of lesson. Be a little
Also,
more
as the
cautious.
captain, I would like to know what comes on board my ship. I realize that once you were under suggestion, that part we can't hold you as responsible for. But I also didn't know about the parts pickup.
I'll just take this elsewhere. Cardinal, do you want to show me where you keep the gunpowder?
Yeah, that sounds like a conversation we're not part of.
So Strix and Tango will go to have a little meeting. And
As they walk away, I kind of speak into Strix's mind and I say, "Go easy on her." Yes.
she'll reply, "This is about all of us. And I need to trust her, and she needs to trust me."
You can.
If you stick around long enough, they have a meeting. Tango leaves looking chastised but not heartbroken, and immediately is like having snacks.
Nice.
Yeah. She does look a little bit like. And she's having a beer. She's having snacks. You watch that Strix and Jay then meet up as Jay and Bouncing Flight Finch went through the rest of the crew and don't find signs that anyone else is impacted. They've been interviewing all each other. No one's saying that someone else is acting weirder than they would expect, which is good because that's really how this got noticed in the first place. But they all know each other really well here, so.
I look to Ala and I say, "Your friend has a beautiful mind."
I bet.
Yes. It is interesting when you assume the mind of individuals different than yourself. For example, the kobold. It was an interesting shift in perspective when you see through the eyes of someone else. You see how they see the world around them. The kobold, that was an aspect of Pigeonexical. For example, before I dove too deep into her mind, saw the world from a small place, looking up. But Tango is not like that. When I saw through Tango's eyes, Tango sees the world as if she is as big, if not absurdly larger than everyone else, able to interact with the world the same as all of us.
Do you think that's partially because Goldfish wasn't actually a kobold, but was a dragon's idea of what a kobold should be?
No, it is not the first time I have seen that.
Yeah, Tango, that she's made comments before that, like, joking about, like, being bigger. So that's interesting that, like...
Oh yeah, because that would imply that she does feel small.
Yeah.
She shouldn't.
No, she's amazing. She's great. Okay.
We could save it, but also we do have a scroll that casts enlarge or reduce if you wanted to make her bigger. Just for a kick. She might be into it. Take her mind off things.
I don't know that would be the right choice. I wanna talk to her first.
Sure.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have the sudden and very dire urge to combine magic items. And I leave.
Whew. Yeah. I was nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sweaty.
I wonder if Onevin learned anything inside her mind. We should have asked.
We got time to ask later.
That's true. You gotta ask with him. You can't just expect him to say it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
That sounds good. I'm hungry too.
Yeah.
You pull up for snacks. Do you want to join Tango and do this chat now, or do you want to save it for a time where you're a little bit removed from the situation?
I'm gonna join her, but
Okay.
I am gonna wait until like we're hanging out alone.
Okay. So instead, it becomes a casual, everyone being like, "Whoa, that was crazy," and
I give her like a hug.
nice. And she's like,
Some words of reassurance.
she's got Rivet on the table with her, and she's doing her, "I'm sorry. Now you apologize." Good. And Rivet's like, the two of them are very similar, and by the time they both don't apologize, then apologize, and then they nod and they bonk heads together, and then Rivet comes back up onto her shoulders. Yeah.
Rivet was actually the defining thing for me that knew, like, when Rivet snapped at you,
Something was wrong.
Don't feel bad, Rivet, because that was a very good indication of you.
He still bit me!
Good. That was the moment that I was like, oh, okay.
It was helpful.
Yeah, very helpful. Kind of makes me wish I had one of those things.
You want me to teach you to make one?
I mean, yeah.
What kind of animal shape would you want?
Oh.
I want a dragon. Obviously.
Yeah. What would I want?
Someday I might build a real huge dragon.
Yeah?
That'd be kind of cool. Big,
Right?
Big like clockwork dragon sort of thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Get to ride around on it.
Yeah. Smash some stuff. Yeah.
So part of me wants to
That's
make,
fucking metal.
like, part of me wants to make a little rabbit thing, because I kind of miss having chunkers around. Yeah, it'd be a good way for us to remember Mog. But
Or a fox. Foxes are pretty cool.
what, like Oralani?
I mean, that's not really what I was
Oh,
thinking.
you just like foxes.
Yeah,
Oh.
just foxes are cool. They're, red, kind of coppery, so it like works.
Does Rivet have like abilities based on being
Oh, yeah.
dragon, or is it just based on being
I mean, I've got him with a little bit of like spark in him, but not really special to being a dragon.
Oh, is there like, I don't know how your powers work, but like what can you do with kind of different things? Like, should I theme it based on abilities kind of thing?
We can try.
You know to piss off Onavin. Little unicorn.
Yes.
I fly out of my cabin and onto the deck. I'm just. I'm holding a chaos crystal and a magic wand, and I'm like, pardon me, and I go back inside.
I think you had a bit of an influence on him.
I rolled low.
Ah, that's exciting. I should go see if he needs help.
Yeah, that seems like it might be a good idea.
Oh, before you do that, we should go ask like what the memory and stuff was that he found.
Oh, yeah, we could come with you. Also, if you want any help detaching those engine, what did you say?
Rocket boosters.
Rocket boosters. Rocket booster. I like the sound of it. It's fun to say. Rocket booster.
Right?
Yeah, it's got a good mouth feel. But yeah, I'll help you with that. Want to be handy to pitch in around here.
I think it's gonna take some time. I was weirdly efficient. I might miss it.
The efficiency?
The confidence?
Why aren't you confident? You should be very confident. You're probably the best engineer we've ever met.
I can easily say that is true for me.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone that I've met that's more impressive.
honestly, I don't even know how Diego was pulling off your job. Unless he was hiding a whole second life from me, but...
Or I don't think he did the same thing I do.
Oh, okay.
He worked in the same part of the ship, but I think he was more assisting Cardinal. But now the Parliament goes faster than any other ship.
Really? How do you know?
Well, I designed the engine.
So confidence. Ha!
Exactly.
If you haven't tested it in like races against other ships, then it's purely your
Well,
confidence.
we haven't lost yet.
Yeah, I
Been
mean,
on a few other ships.
probably had to outrun the old ship.
Yeah. Cool.
And you guys are talking over to see, and she's like, Ivan, do you need help?
No. Yes.
No.
No.
Weird.
It's fine, that's fine.
Onivin, when you went inside, we were busy disarming traps, but did you learn anything inside Tango's mind? Like, did you...
Yeah, you were like searching for a memory or
Yeah, did you find the moment?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
It was an individual, a cultist of Zurge.
No, I was supposed to meet Fred.
It was not Fred.
Oh.
Oh. Did he look familiar to us?
Is Fred a cultist of Zurge?
I don't know.
It was not Fred.
The individual looked like Zurge.
Looked like Zurge?
Yes. As in, the direct conduit in Avatar.
Maybe, I don't, literally? Like, do you think literally in life looked like Zurge? Or
The thing
is
is-
it just a weird memory thing?
I don't know. It might be a mimetic artifact. It might have actually happened. It is hard to say. Once the information is baked into a mind, it is hard to separate it from what actually happened.
Metagame. Did we not learn that Alessio Nervo looks like what we saw Zurge looking like?
Mm-hmm.
So we all learned that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows it. I don't remember if it was just one of you.
I think it happened in the dream
I think so.
state, and
Okay.
then it was you detecting thoughts
On, yeah.
parsing out the singular living mind.
Right. Then I would say it may have been Alessio. And if that is the case, that means that Alessio
Is in Portales,
and is aware of the status as an avatar of Zurge and is acting against us.
You sure about that, or could they also be under control of Zurge?
Either way, it is not a passive thing. It is not a passive energy that gives Zurge power. It is something that gives Zurge power over Alessio.
Did you see in the memory them interacting with anyone else from the ship? Just to be doubly sure. I know they checked, they didn't.
I didn't. It was just Tango.
I mean, also, like you said, this is sort of a weird, like, in someone's mind interpretation of a memory.
Yes.
As was seeing Alessio as Zurge.
Yes. It. Like I said, it could just be an artifact in that way, but
or intentional.
What if I'm gonna start to look like him too? Everybody who's special.
I doubt that it works like that.
I think it was that he looks like whoever the premier mind of the generation.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
Don't be. You don't want to be if that's the cost. This guy's an evil prick.
Again,
guess.
we don't know that. We just know that what we have seen, not in reality, from Zurge.
I mean, Zurge is the evil prick.
Oh, yeah. Like, we still don't know. For all we know, he's just trying to make us go and attack this person.
Hold on. After the suggestion spell had been cast, Zurge's influence was on Tango. At any point, did Tango look at herself in a reflective surface before, between that time and the end of the memory?
So you'll have to ask Tango, or like how would?
I'm combing through the
from the memories.
Memory.
Could you have? I guess if you'd had the thought to look through things when that moment was happening.
I do have the memory
Right.
in a cage in my own mind now.
Okay. She would have seen herself in flashes the same way it almost felt like that face of Zurge looks like that guy. She would have seen herself looking like that guy.
Right.
And even now, she's like, I don't mind. I think, I get what you're saying about evil, but like, oh, kind of tempting. I'd like to be the special person. You guys are staring at me like I shouldn't want this.
It's okay to be a special person. I think you are pretty special. And be
I know, but
creative.
you could...
Don't do it in service to Zurge. In fact, try to do it in service to love or creativity, but not just progress.
I'm not really...
You're the special person because you're the special person, not because someone else.
I know, but it's a competition, right? Like, if that one person gets to be like the guy...
You were the person I thought of when we heard that it was a thing. I said, oh no.
No, I'm in the running, but I didn't get it.
I think Anthem's right that that's not something you want to win.
Yeah.
Yes. If it is a competition, who is the one who set the terms of the game, and who is the one who hands out the prize at the end?
Yeah,
what is the
what
prize?
does singular mind even mean, and what criteria is that? Like, you know, in the criteria of some evil motherfucking god, that's the most important mind. But like, that's almost a meaningless concept.
And his is shitty, because it's progress, but at a cost. Like, it has a defining quality of having to have some sort of detrimental effect.
Yeah.
So do you think that if the bomb had gone off on board, I would have survived?
No.
No.
I think you were just being used.
Yeah.
That sucks, because not that I want to sacrifice my crew, I never want to do that. I'm not saying I would, but I'm just saying the tempting thing might have been to like blow up, but I get like prizes.
And as long as they can make you think that that is what would happen, you would play right into that.
Yeah, I'm not saying, no, I don't want any of that. I want to be a part of the parliament for real.
I know.
Look at it this way. Have you heard of this Alessio and Nerva?
No.
Well,
I've heard of Hammerlane.
Great.
You guys talk about her.
And?
She's like, why isn't she the premier mind of this generation?
I mean, she's probably
Because
regarded
premier
as
mind
premier
is not the
wizard.
same as importance
Yeah.
and impact.
You know what Hammerlane because of the deeds she accomplished and the people she helped.
I know about her because of the book she's written about the moons.
Oh.
She wrote books.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sounds like a premier mind to me.
She wrote like 2 books. They're not popular. They're not well written.
I was Steel Wing fanboy, so I was like,
Oh,
if there was books by Hammerlane, I probably would have read them.
Well, then, yeah, you probably would have.
But I rolled an at one.
And then you didn't understand them. You're like, this
They're
book
like
sucks. I have it, but I
scientific
Yeah.
treatises that it's like.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait to hear about what the hell is this?
Do you know that
It's just math.
Isaac Asimov also wrote math books? I haven't read those.
Yeah, they are just math.
It's just pages of math tables. No, thank you. There's not a robot in sight.
Yeah, it was terrible. Not a good book.
What? It was all math.
I did not get through it. Yeah, not a good book.
Yeah,
I
we're
thought
not math people.
Yeah. I mean, I was hoping for adventure.
Explosions.
Yeah.
But not that kind.
Yeah.
Not the bad kind.
Oh. You know, I feel like no one wants the bad kinds of explosions. I agree. But sometimes some explosions need to happen just to, figure stuff out. So I get why I, might have been weak.
Well, that's the thing with that particular spell is it works best when it's in line with your goals and what you would normally do with just a little bit of nudging in a different direction. So, I mean, it was basically turn your engine on and then you would. That's not a big deal. Like, of course, it was just encouragement for you to do what you want to do, but you did not install the bombs. So.
No.
Yeah.
Well.
In fact, I'm sure that Strix would probably let you install your engines and do it, but safely.
Yeah, we had a long talk.
Oh, yeah?
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll get to do it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just not in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not first in this guy.
And I have to repair a bunch of other things that I said I would do and haven't done. So they're on the list first.
Yeah, that's probably important. And, I mean,
yeah.
I want to do my job. I want to do fun stuff.
we all want to do the fun stuff instead of our jobs, but,
That's what I think Zurge is about for people and maybe why they're so into it.
I don't think Zurge is about anything but Zurge. I think he just uses whatever he can to dig for the slightest bit of weakness that he can twist into something.
Well.
And,
Thanks. And she'll have in this time helped you assemble things.
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
Well, I have a few objects that are helpful on their own, and I'm simply trying to combine them into one object so that I can free up some of my psionic capacity.
That doesn't sound simple at all.
No, it's gonna take us a few days, I think.
Yes.
But I actually think it's possible, looking at what you've got here.
Yes, I can see the puzzle pieces, as it were. Yes. Your mind is very interesting. I actually took a bit of a risk while I was in there and assumed the shape of it for a time. And I, for a short time, saw what you see. And I shouldn't, but I do see the appeal in explosions. but that is not what I'm trying to achieve here. I am trying to do something that is a streamlining effect. Now, if the psionic equivalent of an explosion could happen, potentially, let us avoid that unless we can direct it at something that we want.
I've never been good at risk analysis, but I do think you got something here.
Good.
I'm gonna go talk to Strix.
And Tango is just like, I think it's time for more snacks, and she'll invite you both along. But also, she has to go do what she was supposed to do, which is help Cardinal actually get everything disassembled correctly.
I said I would help do it, and I just fuck off.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's really bad for that. So she has to go off and do that.
Go with her,
You can help.
get snacks, and then be like, now, let's go back and help Cardinal.
Okay, and you want to check in with Strix?
Yeah.
We're finishing up a meeting with Jay, clearing the crew, and so you can tell from the way she smiles at you that she's up for you to approach, and that she doesn't have other important conversations or work to do. And she looks relaxed as you approach her.
Hi. First of all, sorry, I'm pretty sure that would not have happened without us on board. Made you a bit of a target.
It was always going to be the way. We don't come to help you and be a part of your exit from Portalis without understanding that there's going to be some risk.
Fair enough. I'm just glad we could avoid it being such a catastrophe, because
It's the same thing when you choose to fly with us. I mean, it's not like we can fly these flags everywhere.
yeah, what happened in Yasmir that you're not so liked about?
So we do a lot of jobs where, and she's like, let's get a glass of wine.
Great.
And she pulls you out to through her cabin. She's got a spot where she can sit out, kind of like on a deck that looks out over the clouds.
Awesome.
And she pours you each a glass of wine. She's like, takes off her jacket and her hat. Nice. You kind of play along, and she's telling the story of sometimes when we're doing our work, we communicate directly with the governments. We want to make sure that we're going to fly in and not have any problems, and sometimes they'll have jobs for us that only we can do. And then sometimes, in order to save face, they will blame us for what they hired us to do. So we're currently considered criminals. But it was a job for the government. So we just actually have to lay low from the space.
Okay.
Until it settles a bit. You know, kind of classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned yesterday that we should get to know each other better, and I think we have time to do so, and I would love to know more about you.
I would like for you to meet someone.
Who?
My patron.
Oh?
You know that I'm a warlock, of course. I'd like to get to know a little bit about how you became connected to magic and show you mine.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I happen to be holding my patron.
Was it always musical?
Yeah. As far as tapping into abilities, although a recent development, interestingly enough, I seem to be able to, in a very limited capacity, channel some powers of Onair. So
Fascinating.
that was
In what kind of way?
2 days ago. So far, I feel stronger, but I was able to heal someone without, in a new way, through touch, in the way that Allah can, which was
inspiring.
Very new experience.
I like Onair.
Yeah. Hit me in the face with the book.
I didn't think it was supposed to be that literal.
It was like that's what this scab here is for. I left it. I didn't want.
I like that you would be someone who you need them to literally get hit with it.
Yep. Sometimes I'm piecing things together, but once in a while, it really helps.
Well, if I ever need to, I know now.
Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, the music thing. I mean, who doesn't love music, first of all? But actually, my brother, the Hart family, took me in. I was not always Daros Hart. I actually went by a different name when I was trying to be cool. The kids in the streets called me Nocturne. Yeah, I set that aside at a certain point, but that was what I was known as in the cookies for quite a while.
Did you play Nocturnes?
I did, but the Hart family was a very musical family. Very different style than I play now, but a lot of cultural folk music, and it's not really my thing anymore. But yes, they did music was intrinsic in that family, and it was the first time that it really felt accepted by a family structure. I just wasn't ready for it at the time, and learning music and then being taken in by Farine, she had me trained as a bard because she saw a talent there, and I did make some things happen through music that didn't seem like natural charisma.
She kind of kicks off her boots and starts to put her feet up and stretches them out across the balcony railing and leans back with the glass. And she turns back to you. She's like, "Did you go to college? The Bard colleges?"
Yeah, I actually studied with, recently found out, Alla's very close friend. I studied in the College of Swords as a cover, but my primary place was in the College of Whispers, which is where Farine wanted me to study, for obvious reasons. And then as a good cover, I studied for a time to be passable with the College of Swords. So, yeah. But
I've taken a pact of the blade.
Oh? So who is your patron?
Well, I don't want to disrupt your story. Tell me more.
Where to go? So, college was sort of a confirmation of something that I kind of already felt, because there is a thing that happens when you play music with people, that if you go off of the track of a written song and you are just following the rhythm together, you can slip into this space where you connect and you just kind of know what the other person is going to do. And it's the exact same feeling when casting magic. You kind of surrender yourself and become one with the song.
I like that. I feel like my connection to the magic is, as it's through the patron, a bit more like offering myself. And I get in return the abilities to be free.
How does the whole warlock thing work? Like, do you hear from them regularly?
Not regularly, but it's not impossible for me to speak to Moat.
Moat? What's my history? 10.
Doesn't sound familiar.
I have not heard of Moat.
My patron is related to Jinn magic.
Oh. Interesting.
It's about skies, storms, thunder.
It's very on brand.
When I was a young woman, I wanted to be free, and I wanted to sail, and I lived somewhere very small. And I thought my life was very small. And I wanted to be a part of adventures and something bigger. And it was a very comfortable, happy life. But my parents wanted comfortable and the same for me, and they couldn't really see what I could see, that it could be more than that.
Sorry, she's golden-skinned, right? Interesting for you to be so unique and yet feel small. Was this place, did you not stand out there?
Yes, but we were close enough to Portalis that it wasn't that unusual for there to be different people traveling from all sorts of places. Not far from the city, a smaller community, close to the ocean. And it called to me always. But then when I told them that my plan was that I would take an apprenticeship and sail. They didn't understand, and I didn't know how to communicate better. So they chose a life for me that I rejected.
Of?
Setting up their own space for me. And a person to be with.
Oh.
And rather than meet them, I instead walked out into the ocean, where Moat was waiting for me.
Huh.
At my own crossroads in my life.
Oh, interesting.
And then I went on a journey that meant a lot of things, and of course eventually became capable of some spectacular abilities and some powers through getting to know Moat, and I made a lot of wrong choices still along the way, figuring myself out.
I mean...
Sure, we could relate some more stories there later.
Yeah.
But in the end I realized that what my parents were trying to do, I was not as grateful for as I could have been. And I never went back.
Who were you promised to?
I don't know.
Oh.
I was supposed to meet them, we were supposed to talk, and I just left. There's a lot of regrets there, but at the same time, I can't change any of it. And at the time that I decided I would find out again what happened to them, it was too late.
Oh.
And so I collect all of us here, capable of things that are fantastic and wonderful or dangerous, but we don't want to continue on the path of hurt or pain and suffering, but we do want to do great things and help each other. And a lot of that is capable. I am capable of it because of these powers. Moat stands for something. She is mistress of thundering echo. And I think my patron should approve of you.
Oh, this is like meeting your parents for you. Since...
I want you to fight her.
What?
I think it would be fantastic.
Okay.
It would be in her... like a vision.
Okay.
You could bring Alla
Would I
and
stand a
Donovan.
chance? Oh, like it's not just me.
It would be a test.
Okay. Has there ever been,
I've never brought someone to her like this before.
is this something you want, or is this something that she...
I fought her.
Oh.
In the visions.
Oh.
When I'm in a place of choice, I'm trying to decide what to do. Sometimes testing how far can I really push my abilities tells me what I'm truly capable of. She and I have that understanding.
I mean, honestly, it might be good training for us to take on a very powerful being. Because we don't know what we're about to be up against. I'm in. I'll have to speak to the others.
I don't know how dangerous it would be on the other side of the vision. I don't know what... I've never had anything other than a scar or two.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, the way things have been going, if it's not this, it's just something else, and we're going to be testing ourselves up against who knows what once we enter the Fae. I shall see if they're game, but I am. They say love makes you do stupid things.
She reaches out her glass to you and clinks it with you. I want to show you something else that's just between us.
All right.
Oh, sick.
She grabs your hand and takes you into the room.
Oh.
And in a special place, yeah.
Drop my loot.
In a special place that she has.
Is that what you call it?
I was playing my loot.
Is that what you call it?
Loot and plunder.
Yeah, that's not helping.
That was loot and plunder. I was looting it now. I'm gonna plunder that booty. All right.
She's got a glass ship in a. She's got a bunch of glass bottles that have ships in them. But there's one bottle in the collection that actually just has like a message in a bottle. And she says, "This one is mine."
Oh, are they not all yours?
Well, the same. And she kind of snaps her fingers, and then she dissolves into this mist that swirls into it.
Huh.
It goes inside of this message in a bottle.
Oh. It's like gin powers. You weren't kidding.
If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay.
Go find my patron.
She'll exit from the bottle.
I went to I Dream of Genie in this like lush all like pillows.
So she'll like come back out, and she'll be like, "This is the safest place for me. Should anything ever happen."
Oh. Okay.
I don't retreat to the bottle often.
Whoa.
Because I would go down with this ship. Before I would go. Son of a bitch.
Throw my hands up and surrender.
Before I would
Those
retreat.
flags you spoke of that we have to take down. Are they above the door? Are they white? Okay. Sorry. It's a good moment. I ruined it, but whatever.
I liked it.
It's never ruined. She just laughs while the two of you banter, but she's. This is an escape possibility, but I want you to understand how important the crew is and this ship is.
Okay.
I will die before I will use this to save myself, if it means the others are not safe.
How? I mean, it looks pretty fragile. Once you're in there, are you actually in there? Or, like...
I'm in there and it is fragile. But it can go inside of something and be safe.
Oh. Okay.
Occasionally, Jay and I have used it to sneak me into places.
Clever.
I can hear the outside world when I'm inside.
Huh.
There's lots of uses for a pirate. With some
cool.
Clever ideas.
How... So... whoa, wow. How... Jinn-like are you?
Many of my abilities are storm, thunder-based. And I can cast fly. And misty step. Those sorts of abilities. Myself, I am Asmar.
Yeah.
I have some healing abilities from that.
Interesting. Huh. That's incredibly cool. Thank you for sharing.
It tells you a little bit about what you'll be facing if you choose to take a challenge against Moat. The way I do. When I feel like I need it most. I want both things from this. I'm in love with you. She should know that. Because I share everything with her.
Okay.
Not in that way.
Oh.
You don't have to have sex with her. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
Have to.
I mean, the knowledge of you and how important you are to me.
Yeah.
And I think the three of you could use it too.
Yeah, okay. I guess I should check with them. I'd certainly like to do it when we have refreshed all of our magical abilities.
In the morning, we could walk out onto the clouds and face her.
Like the actual clouds?
Oh, yes.
What? Okay. This world is wild.
So, in our next episode, we're going to fight against Strix's patron for a test and also for her to say, I pick him. What do you think? And I think we'll find out what Moat has to say.
Can't believe we have to fight your girlfriend's mom, dude.
Yeah.
For me, is because she's mentioned in the past how like a lot of about her is fake in her appearance. Is she like the golden thing? Is that artificial?
No, she is a golden Asmar.
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah,
Cool.
like one of the like species traits is you can have like radiant or golden features, hair, or skin kind of thing.
Yeah. All I've looked up is fallen Asimar stuff.
Yeah.
Astrid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Okay.
All right.
Yay!
Go fighting the patron. Damn. Holy crap.
Yeah, let's go get those rings, baby. And we will welcome you all to join us next time.
Ooh, there's a thing I want to start saying at the end of these for our Twitch audience. You'll see in the chat a message for those who don't have a sub and a message for those who have a sub. Stay tuned for the raid.
Stay tuned for the raid.
Remember, when you roll the dice, you make the magic happen. Bye, everybody!
Bye!